Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler again. I found a really good custom picture settings, my own custom picture settings for this movie, HDR version of Starship Troopers Traitor of Mars. And I'm pretty sure you guys will agree, for those of you who do have Samsung KS8000, you will agree that this is definitely the eye-popping ingredients of custom picture settings. So I'm going to walk you through some of these scenes just to show you how beautiful the HDR looks. Now just think how beautiful the HDR looks when you go through these scenes, and then think and imagine how beautiful Dolby Vision looks on this computer animated CGI film. Here's one example. Hopefully my camera here, it's doing it justice in terms of how this looks. Obviously it's going to be impossible for you to see what I'm seeing, but I'm just doing this to walk you through it, and I hope that you will agree and you will try these new custom picture settings that I have implemented. But first, let's go through some of these stills and scenes just to kind of show you how this looks and walk you through it. Also, don't forget to use that Auto Motion Plus, but make sure you set the Auto Motion Plus to automatic. This is what I'm talking about. When you go to picture settings, make sure that you use Auto Motion Plus to automatic. Don't try to do it yourself. Leave everything on automatic. Let the processor, with the new update, let it do it by itself. It's going to detect the picture, the image, and it's going to reduce that blur and that judder. Okay? Now let's go through some of these scenes. And here, this is something for you guys. You know, I did this shot purposely because this is as much of a Skinemax as you're going to see. This is YouTube, okay? It just looks fantastic. You know what's interesting, man? Samsung, it's getting better and better with its new updates. And I heard the QLED, it's getting a little bit better and better. Like Samsung is trying to figure out the way how to manage that QLED. Like the Q9 series, it's the best I heard. It has a really great dimming and has a really great viewing angles as well. With what was it, like 2,000 plus peak brightness nits. But the only thing I don't understand about the Samsung is if you have a QLED that accumulates 2,000 plus peak brightness nits, and you have this quantum dot technology nanocells built into it with all this excellent color or white color gamut ratio colors, why is it that you don't implement Dolby Vision? Because Dolby Vision would look freaking fantastic with 2,000 peak brightness nits with that dynamic metadata. It would just look fantastic. But I don't know, maybe they don't have the partnership with Dolby Vision or something. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe the LG took that partnership with other companies. I don't know. Just look at the amount of detail here with this HDR. But it's not just the HDR. It's also my custom picture settings that I have implemented. And this is running with this new update, Auto Motion Plus 12.03 new update. This is with Auto Motion Plus. You know. And I purposely, as you notice here, I purposely put the camera on an angle, and I purposely am filming this in the dark just to show you why I move my gamma to -3 and leave the brightness at 50 to try to reduce that bending light. Colonel, why is the big boss? Is Rico playing here? Answer me, Colonel. You know, it's funny that this thing really has Big Boss, the Snake Eater, kind of like, remember Eva, or was Eva, or whatever her name was in Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. It's pretty much the same scene, man. But hey, that's fine, dude. If they get influenced by Metal Gear, pff, it's fine by me. Look how stunning this looks, man. Jesus H, Lord of ancient aliens out there. Wow, dude. I don't even want to know. Seriously, I don't even want to know how Dolby Vision looks. I, ugh. Yes, HDR looks fantastic here. This disc has two layers, dynamic metadata and static metadata, but HDR, it's HDR, and it does what it does. Also depends on your TV. This TV has that peak brightness, which definitely helps HDR. Okay, and it definitely helps that it has those nanocells of quantum dot colors built into it behind the panel. But at the same time, it's important to use the picture settings and tweak them accordingly for each content. And I accordingly calibrated this for this movie specifically, which I will show it to you once we go through these scenes, okay? I mean, look at this detail now. It's just pure perfection. And look at here. I mean, the only word I can use is stunning. You guys definitely need to buy this 4K disc. And if you have a Oppo 203 and you have a LG Dolby Vision, oh, you're gonna be in treat. But even if you don't have a Dolby Vision and you just got HDR and you got a Samsung KS8000, you're still going to get the best out of HDR here on this film, guaranteed. Look at the representation of blue skies, and then bright skies, and then brown and reddish sand. HDR, it's working here in its full force. And then look right here. You think Xbox One X will be able to do something like this? I think so. With DirectX 12, we should be able to see something like this. Hopefully. And here's a great wide shot right here of the Mars and Rico, Big Boss. He's a big boss. And Eva, you know. Anyway, like I said, there's some reference to Metal Gear, but this is a Sony, okay? It is a Sony, because, you know, let's face it, Metal Gear was first introduced exclusively to Sony on PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3 Metal Gear. All four of them, okay? Metal Gear Solid 5, it's when they start going to, you know, other third parties. And then it went to the PC later on, Metal Gear Solid 3 and 2. But that's fine. If they want to take some inspiration from Metal Gear, hey, so be it. And quite honestly, this is a very good Starship Trooper movie. I highly recommend you buy it, man. It's a lot of fun. There's a bunch of action, comedy, and the acting is really good, man. Like, you know, the characters are not forgettable. They're like very likable characters, and you're definitely gonna enjoy this. It's definitely one of the very best Starship Troopers sequels. of CGI. And I heard the same thing for the Resident Evil CGI movie that was released. So I need to check that out. That one also has the Dolby Vision as well. Okay, I'm going to go through some more scenes, and then I'm going to show you my secret sauce. I know that's what you guys have been waiting for. You're waiting for the secret sauce. So I'm going to show you my secret sauce shortly. All right, so a few more stills, and then we're going to get to the my secret sauce of custom picture settings for KS8000 on this film, Starship Troopers, Traitors of Mars. And I figured, let's leave it here. This is a great detail of level here that's just mind-boggling. You know, I don't know if my camera can catch up to this for you guys to see what I'm saying, but hopefully it shows on the camera at least a little bit. All right, so let's jump into my secret sauce of how to get the best possible picture with AutoMotion Plus. All right, so here we go. Let's jump right into it. First of all, remember, go to the software update, download that new current version, which is 1203. Leave your auto update always on automatic, so that way you don't have to worry about brand new updates, okay? This is the current version, 1203. Works, at least to me, it works flawlessly with the AutoMotion Plus. Okay, so let's go to the picture settings, expert settings. Remember, this is the rule of thumb for the HDR formats. I don't care which of the 4 formats you're using. Backlit and contrast, it's always going to be maximum. You need this to take the advantage of that HDR peak brightness, okay? By now, everyone should know this who already been following my channel, who's been learning about HDR and Dolby Vision and 4K. You do understand that you gotta have this at maximum. Backlit at maximum, contrast at maximum. Brightness, I leave it at 50. There's a reason why I leave it at 50, because I have my gamma -3. Since I already have my gamma -3, why would I want to move my brightness below 50? Okay? If I move it below 50, I will be crushing my deep dark levels. So leave it like this. Sharpness, however, I felt sharpness could have used a little bit of that outline of detail, and it works. It works for this CGI animated movie. So I used it for this. Now, I don't recommend when you're watching a Blade Runner to use the 20. Leave it at 0. But for this specific CGI film, I recommend moving it to 20. Same thing with color. I recommend moving a little bit to 60, between 50. It's 10 notches up, 10 clicks up to 60 from 50. I recommend 60 because you want to take the full advantage of this HDR color, that it's very vibrant. This is not oversaturating. Believe me, as you can see watching this video, there's no oversaturation here. If I went to 80, then that's oversaturation. 60, it's just enough of ingredients for that color to pop. Now here, digital clean view, you can turn that off. You don't need that. AutoMotion Plus, keep it on automatic. This is the key thing. Make sure you keep it on automatic. It works the best when it's on the automatic. Okay, just keep it on automatic. It will reduce that judder. It will reduce that blur. Trust me. Smart LEDs, you want to have this at high. It even says there, you want to automatically maximize that contrast because you need that peak brightness for the HDR. So you leave smart LEDs at high. Okay? And color of tone, as you all know, I like to keep it in the balance between warm and cold, between yellow sepia and cold blue. I like to keep it in between. I like to keep the balance in between those two tones of colors. Okay? So I keep it on standard. Gamma, this is the trick, fellas and ladies. I might have some ladies watching this. I don't know, maybe. Gamma -3. That's the key thing here for you to achieve those deep dark levels on this television. I wouldn't do this on my TCL because I already have full rail local dimming. But for this TV, you want to move the gamma -3 because this TV, it's lacking those deep dark levels. So gamma -3. Color space, obviously, always keep it at native to get the full spectrum of colors in its native form. So hopefully you guys have written all the stuff down. Pause the video, rewind it, write it down. I know a lot of you have a Samsung KS8000. Take the advantage of this. So before I end this video, let's go through some more scenes and then... oops, what just happened here? All right, we're back to normal. And here's some more scenes of Big Boss. Rico, Big Boss. Just look how beautifully that peak brightness is being represented here. Flawlessly and beautifully. And this is being used with AutoMotion Plus. I'm using, this is why this new update is so great. I'm using all of these settings, picture settings that I just showed you with AutoMotion Plus. Keep that AutoMotion Plus and automatic, and you will just simply, the movie will just look so much better. Okay, this video is not going to do it justice unless you actually do exactly what I just showed you what to do here. Download that update, 1203, leave the AutoMotion Plus on the automatic, and use sharpness to 20, color to 60, gamma to -3. Leave brightness at 50. Remember, backlit and contrast has to be a maximum. And of course, color of tone has to be standard. And of course, native color has to be, color output has to be native. Okay? That's always native. So there you go. There you have it. All right, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. I don't want to spoil this movie any more than it's already being spoiled. I definitely highly recommend you buy it. You're getting HDR. Let me tell you something. This is a full-blown Dolby disc. You're getting Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos with this movie. Starship Troopers, Traitor of Mars. And for the love of God, go to Walmart, buy it at Walmart for $19. Don't spend $30-something, $34 at Best Buy. Buy it at Walmart for a cheaper price. Okay? And enjoy this goodness. All right? Now, somebody's been asking me, hey, are you going to do a review, or are you going to pick up an Apple 4K HDR Dolby Vision Apple 4K TV? I'm planning on picking it up, but I don't know when it's going to be because currently it's sold out. So as soon as I get my hands on it, I'll definitely do it. And as far as live streams, there will be some live streams coming this Thursday evening and then Friday evening. But then in October, beginning of October, I will do my regular live streams. There will be regular live streams. And yes, Persona 5 will be finished. Mass Effect will be finished. And yes, Hellblade will be finished as well. It's a very interesting game that deals with the schizophrenia, stuff like that. That will be finished as well. There you go. This is my last video for tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.